fat sounding reese. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a really fat sounding reese. All we're doing is we are combining two waveforms. So we've got oscillator 1 and oscillator 2, and we are literally just doubling them. In terms of processing, we've got a multi-band processing unit. And so all this is I've split the bands into 3 bands. The low crossover is 130 hertz. The high crossover is around 2K hertz. And then pretty much we're just dipping the mids quite drastically and boosting the lows. So you're left with this quite thin sound around here. We want to think about filling that frequency spectrum and also balancing it, almost like pink noise. Essentially, we're boosting the lows, cutting the mids. We then add a limiter, and this is going to protect the sub wave cycles. So I'm very, like here, we're kind of clipping them off. And we're clipping them off less when we've got this limiter on. It's not perfect, so that's okay. But then we've got this Pro Q, which is doing a little bit. It's just tapering off those highs, like balancing it out again, so that we can process those highs again later, which is what we're doing here. Essentially what this is doing is it's parallel processing. So we've got the dry layer. This is just literally nothing, no processing on it. It's just letting the dry signal through. And then we've got this, and this is RC20 on the crunch setting that's only affecting the high end, or those upper mids, and we're really driving it in as well, and we're then in post. So this filter here works in post. So we're then cutting all of that low end energy as well. So we're just left with, combine them together. You can start to see the balance of these frequencies is kind of balancing out now. And then we'll just, for peace of mind, we can add another limiter. And then going on to the second half of the processing. Here we've got a spectre, and what spectre's doing is it's basically saturating the bits that you're boosting. If you imagine like it's peaking at 250, it's going to generate overtones, but subtly. So changes the tone ever so slightly. Then we're using M Wave Shaper MB, which is an awesome plugin. We are basically distorting the sound in order to balance these frequencies out. So it's adding a little bit of crunch. Then we're going to add another Pro Q. We've got another wave shaper. So before, after, adding to those tones, building up slowly over time. Next one is phase distortion, which is an interesting distortion type, changing the tone slightly. If you're listening on headphones, you'll notice that it's getting a bit more, just adding a little bit more weight there. And then with this isn't actually saturating, I'm just driving it in. I think I've just pulled the input in, so it's just pushing the sound a little bit more. But that is how you get a really, really fat reese through post-processing. And yeah, final result.